So now we are going to try something very collaborative. So I want you to think of planet B and what you would like to see on planet B. And write down your thoughts on a piece of paper that's in the back. And there are tapes, there's a tape there, you can just tape it on these shelves, anywhere on the shelf, so that we can all read everyone's input and see what everyone is thinking. Okay? And then we'll collect all that data and put it through an AI program and see if we can come up with a proclamation that works for everybody. That's what we're going to do this afternoon. So for the next half hour, just think about what you would like to see on planet B and what you would like to see, your vision of planet B. And write it down and put it on those. And online, people are going to do that, I think, through Mentimeter.
Yeah, people in person also can use Mentimeter. So once they have done writing
a statement,
on the...
a sentence, one word, whatever, ChatGPT can take all of that and put it together. Okay?
Yeah.
Oh, it's 4743 5488.
So would you give that instruction one more time? Because I think a lot of people didn't even get it, actually.
So we are going to decide together to create a proclamation on planet B. And we're going to do that by putting our thoughts on what we expect to see on planet B. What do we want to see on planet B? And write it down and paste it over there so that we can all see what everyone else is thinking. And we will then collate that and put it through an AI program to create a proclamation.
Okay. Thank you.
And you can enter it in Mentimeter too. Okay? Write it down so that we can see it.
And there's a picture that presents off of the calendar. Those of us who are online, when you access Mentimeter, you can now proceed with the question, what would you like to see in the Planet B proclamation?
You need to video that first before you do that. That's for TikTok, as an intro picture. Okay, good. Because I see people see that, but click on it.
So, I got it. So higher, a lot of them are.
I have those all day, and all be fine.
Yeah. So it's a lot higher.
So it's always a ton more.
It's half.
Yeah, a lot better. I know, just that. Because I think people can do something before you're like, oh, so you see pictures, I saw my work. I said, I see it all that. Like, oh, you're sure. I'm gonna take some others to be more. That's doing the end. Right.
That's not the full $100.
See what the online people are doing?
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Do you have that thing that we did the first time ever? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All the questions.
But like, who's teaching for me to like see the photos and don't even like. Yeah, they're gonna just try to do it, and funny for all the holidays, watching this. Sorry. Stop. And. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sitting on this.
Yes, here you see a few. Let me show you a bit.
Okay, great.
Four seven four three. Thank you.
Education, those things.
What do I put? What do I say about it?
Vegan, wild thing, everything.
Rebecca, are you there?
It's very the same thing. So I said it first.
Okay.
So. Would like. Okay, so because of, I'm ready. Well. All foods. Your. I need to pick me up, right? So what do I want to see? No, get me started. Let's start with county falls to see we get some sound sanctuaries for the shuffle. Let's start with the areas of and make this completely inaccessible to women, so I less than delivery my purchase. So when I put houses in one, it is now raising land for condos or over here to the big ones. This is why also not see. Very nice. Yeah, okay. But yes. You wanna do it again? Yes, one second.
Yeah, there's.
It's gonna be a section with the. All we shut down. We're just gonna have. It's on the top. It's just gonna take over. Okay. I was like, yeah, I believe you. But I was wild horses and all these other examples that are also wild horses. Right now, our other picture of wild horses and they end up. I mean, they're not supposed to on all the rides and my house and I mean, all that. But it's for them, that wasn't wild. It's that he's a norm. He's.
That was great. Maybe Nora and Tommy to say.
Yeah. It was a really something, so but also. So, yeah, with other people, but when they said,
The wrong things.
what?
The wrong things.
She's getting scared, maybe 2 years. I think if you wanna do what we wrote.
Well, yes, you why? Sure.
I mean, that's something about. Yeah, that's one. That's very funny. I was something about. I see. And it's from, like.
Yeah.
So, this is an easy contract. Well, right there, they're so. Oh, yeah, we think more of this. Oh, gosh, yeah, because then you're. All right, sit and then speak up, yes. Yeah, and you can do a speech favor, each of these five right now.
That's perfect, thank you so much.
That's right.
And we're always, anytime you're.
It's like sheets, yeah. Yeah. I understand my kind of TV. I've been to the most company corporation with a few discount involved. They were on your hold for their straight feelings all week and 2 weeks system. And it was land, compassion, care, and labor, and all animals, and restoring our lands, forests, oceans, lakes and rivers, and ecosystem. Thank you. We want to be here. Yeah. I speak my house. There's something.
That's great, thanks very much.
Yeah, but you have such confidence. Was organizing things to be there. Right, yeah, you write it down. We did it like.
I'm a little worried about it. I have one. We just posted calls to just meet you.
It's like, yeah. Can add it to them.
I'm gonna go fill it up. Yeah.
Thank you.
I am very.
Actually, I just did.
Thank you.
So quick approaches.
No short tomorrow.
Yes.
Resources. Which is something. System. And just. All 5 regional centers without Jesus.
So listen first. So, and then there's a presentation.
Right.
Speak up.
And then you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. One combination of just whatever makes sense for the plan. That we will support the work. All right, so I filled out an application. And then I was wondering, I'm sure you could create a presentation or if I listen. All right. Then wait, sense of wait. Okay. All right, thanks.
No, I think you can just, you can hold it, yeah. I don't know. Just because.
I mean, we can go read these things and there's so many it's to go. I think from this we can, because I've asked you.
For some of these.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. We're not. That's what. We're gonna be all happy plant-based. Humans and animals working together, health for all beings and water for all. That's what's gonna happen. It's coming soon. Stay tuned. I do that's now. Yeah. Who wants to do their plan? We'll do and I can do this all. That's no.
Yeah.
No, it's. All right. I have a whole outfit like that. But I got the choice. They still have I don't really like it as a target balance. And I said, right now, okay. My just what now? That's good, yes.
For a while. Wow. Wow, so.
Reason some of my like justice for all.
That's great, it's very good.
All right.
I think it's nice that definitely, it's on the lineup for the. Yeah, possible. And a short process. Maybe there's some. Okay, just pretend I'm part of your.
I just clearly start some speakers. So you can always watch. Very popular.
Yes.
Most of the cases. I just watch the post on Facebook and then. And then people talk. Yeah, there's a. We're gonna get out of town. I'm gonna get to someone. More partners. Yes. Yeah, that's the best mind of it. And it also rises to the fact that there's still a government. But I don't necessarily. Here. There, that'll be fine. Sorry, you want to what I see on the planet,
is the government, if there still is a government, is not going to do any subsidies to anything that. Right, and I can expect a lot of government subsidies. That will be, that will be really good. And so this isn't really activism. This is corporate socialism. Because these companies would have to charge so much more. The average hamburger would take like something like $30 if us taxpayers weren't forced to subsidize. So the idea that we wouldn't have any government subsidies of well, agriculture, especially because it was commodities. And for that, what the number is, they have any subsidies. So it wouldn't be something that was when people were faced with a $30 burger or a $4 veggie burger. They would choose the veggie burger if that's what makes sense. The reason they're choosing meat burger is that it's so heavily subsidized that they're practically getting it. So I think that is PlantBased is really the most honestly as a mom and pop really happy. So you know what animals we have. If you're not removing the other consideration of the animals, so destroying those things and causing them to suffer. But they will it's kind of being people are going to envision it in a completely different option. I don't envision it as socialism. I envision it as like a mom type capitalism where like when you go to a veg fest, you see all these people who are selling things they've made, but those products are not hurting me. They're helping me. They are vegan. They are hopefully sustainable without plastics. That's the kind of society I would like to see.
He was supposed to walk on that.
Well, I'd like to point out to the young lady, why don't you come and give us your thoughts? Yes, it's still on.
That's a question that got me afraid. Give us a question. Oh, great.
Curious as to what ChatGPT does with this.
Yes, very good. Yeah.
Transformation outlined from or something. And then my budget eventually says. Right here we have those of these cities. Yeah. Once.
Okay, perfect, thank you.
We don't have that stuff. It's action has so a huge sector that we have. That's we do that. Using that, they help you learn to say that, to hold this back. We have to explain data. Here we are. Same policy. We don't have any measures. Really, other values. We have to create the answers. Each ecosystem, we have to listen to the ecosystem and option. The ecosystem talks and is with this societies of intelligence. So we see that if we use our intelligence very if we use the inspire people for doing right thing and if we take the mind so nicely, including all the rights, because we are part of it. We are not above them, we are just equal to them. And we need to understand we are here to love them and give them equally. And it's not just about women's rights or human rights, it's about every right of respecting every life and their rights as well. So that's what I believe and and it's basically a speed. So you see, right now. I describe it as one fact. So only doing otherwise I would have just watching on that thing. We should listen to with this and ask students. I was doing all this and all the ideas that developed she says like when she went to the city as a part of the she is all retail
Yeah, I gotta see a little bit. Yeah, it's nothing we're excited about.
Yes. Yeah, as opposed to. That's right. It wasn't a lot.
Many of your own users in your mouth.
Right. I should always, it's like so. They should. They also need. I'm worried. So it's a lot of each other. I was gonna get to. I didn't see that. Now I'm really on. No. So yeah, so like well, she really yeah, she's first and say well, I used to think about yes, also. I should had like another chat. I was you said I'm gonna worried about because I got came on cheese. He said, everything else the same. I heard it. I would have gone more. Sorry. We have a nice. Yeah. What is this thing about her? Searchlight? Is that a phrase? Drunkard searchlight. So, yeah, the drunkards, but what's it called? The drunkard sermon. It's a we're over there in the darkness.
It's looking for it under the light.
Under the light. Okay, so I got it. Thank you. Thank you. I think nice spot. Okay. That's what yes. And right? I just don't know for sure. I mean, we are live. I will try to. Okay. So. Sure. Now. Just watch what it is. And drop it around. This is 3 years ago. Speech down. We keep showing this one of their best options, but that's not where the solution is. That's just for all, and I don't pay attention, so I find it.
Susan, can you use Mentimeter to type your responses?
And that is animal tag.
Alison, could you turn on the QR code?
That's like the name of the second part.
Yeah, Susan, you can scan this QR code, or there is a message in the chat, and you can use that to open Mentimeter and then type in your responses. I'll put the message once again in the chat for you.
We should do this in one. And all of my lyrics and outside, you said, oh, this is last if you put up. Well, it's probably good for us to listen. You're there. No, it's not like wrong people. Because they're international things in it. Yeah, I would have gone to sports and watched it on the last day. And I go over press for it. And it was just that, or obviously, students in. Yeah. And I will be in. But do you remember that? Yeah. My daughter, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, so we can have some. Say.
What do you think?
Maybe like. Sure, please.
Let's back some more down.
Which is also yeah.
Or if you can get a PDF, I can. It's a PDF.
Any part of the 5 a.m. side, I had I got to security and I looked into it, showing me drawing. I do what kind of, but I know to myself, just push a little harder to get out of earlier. I will know more for you. I mean, today I went great. It's just that in the shots. And we're risking this play.
So we have did you like to get Europe from? You know what I most solidifies?
And so.
I used to work with, in fact, I still have their, so that have a location in Utopia, Paris, which is suburb like Paris. That's why it's such a video.
Yeah, there's the only secret.
Yeah. That's another thing where, I mean, I used to believe years ago, because I think that's another example of what Asian industry is like, what you do, they're not, it's, yeah, you know, it's funny, you it's, you know, this happened. But I know it's not being established. Very strong. I kind of, one of the reasons I am thinking is that they are on the side. Strong. Yeah. I still need you, but he's just like, from this called stop eating your friends. Stop eating friends. Eric, you think?
Eric and Sierra, that's what.
Yeah, just one of his videos when he was challenging me in terms of like, it's nowadays, we'll be in the state of laws. And people are starting to replace the resources of water.
US Eric and Sierra and okay, so.
Yeah, he's like a doctor from Melbourne. He's from Australia, pretty sure Melbourne. He's got a lot of great. One of them 40 units of protein. It's a great one. But another one is.
Just like, oh, I need protein on it. But
one thing I will say, here's one thing that is that I wanted to think the word was pronounced flashy or farce, but I guess flashy or either way. Yeah, it is interesting. Exactly. Nobody's protein deficient. That's the medical term for protein deficiency, and nobody knows that word.
I had one of my relatives, I don't know, she has social treatment. So, she's very adventurous. So she is, they work on, so she makes
Can we, yes, or you can put it to ChatGPT, that's it.
And so, very see that.
So, yeah, then they have to do and we're using and the number of leads protein deficiency is zero. I don't think those obviously, so a lot of people that think we need are protein deficient, he looks out and triple share with that. Who's good?
That is. Right up, right, or either. Yeah, it's okay, sorry, I'll just find out exactly.
Part of me thinks they would almost be plenty. It can help, but it's episode of. Oh yeah, somebody planted that feelings too, one too many times. Okay, so that's, yeah, you've heard that, but I, yeah.
That answers for that. No, if you're really concerned about the plant, you 16 times as many plants like it's
And another thought is, to become a vegetarian. Yeah, if you're that concerned with plants, you can call the area, if you really want to go that way, like, sure, you know, I'm gonna put, just make comfortable, let me have a path. Well, I am convinced, now, it's like, it's right, also there's a, like, we're talking about,
What is their vision?
and as she was saying, consuming animals and animal products, so yeah. More.
If you can go right first shots and then Jamie is to the elephants. It's always got to write down. So it's getting everybody. Come back from national. And he's right when she wants to know where my master. Thanks. And anybody else? Did the interview? Did you do it? Money?
Thanks, sir.
Oh,
Right.
this is meeting. Sorry.
Yeah, it's perfect, yeah, well, it's very, you know, it's sharp.
There's beautiful. That's really, yeah, that's very nice city. Yeah, you know, that's really. It's announced, the voices, they love this great, our houses and shows, it's the International Youth Day today. We have this, well, good day. Yeah, so you can be in the very, there's so many songs that they're like, all simultaneous, ours is happening in San Juan, about it, the 5 o'clock. Listeners, I knew that, I read about that. That's fun. The International Youth Day today, and then we're gonna go out there and fix it. What's the matter with the book now? Well, you can stay on that. Like, I said, my whole stay on. I'm gonna go no. You, it's where you, and where the max is, bring it back there.
But it's funny, so it's like, so shit, all this, yeah, going to be very loud, seeing the view.
Some, most people, they see, they are at the Indians on because they don't pass these turn their minutes. They have their service. That's what else. I was in four. They used to be able to sit in. I think I've seen Sprint Food Show. But now it's, are you in exploitation? Are you against animal exploitation? Then you wait, you don't say anything, you're just sit there, and then you wait, you know, I couple to go away. You know, how much I tell you, oh, story out.
And yes, I would say I'm gonna just say, most of I was more
Well, I know, our kid person is really like strict on GM policy. It's just. Okay. I'll be like, yes, I see that, I see one more person, I see that, I'll say, I see what you say. Yeah, I'm going to myself, so I would never. Yeah, like, and always they start on that thing, like, you say, oh, like, you said, I'm talking about this, I used to. Yes. Oh, yeah. Every push. That's why we're the top. That's not awesome. Thank God. No, somebody, I yeah, I was in a big, yeah, I'm great. Yeah, I'm trying to. So, yeah.
Yeah, so you saw
That's my family said they wanted to take country members, one came from Kings, to my funerals, their moms. And we were saying, you know.
My vision for my state for us.
Yeah, basically, my cousin, they said that there was a message, it was supposed to be Kings, something. So he said it's one of the best vegan restaurants. He said my favorite vegan restaurant in Kensington Market called the Kings Cafe.
Okay.
Kensington Market, I don't know what that is.
Yeah. And actually, and it's sort of.
Yeah.
Now I'm in that office.
Yes.
I'm not sure what the rest doing, but I don't know, it's crazy. They're not seeing us.
They're seeing us through this. Okay, we're going to compile the responses
9 minutes.
into a PDF, and then we are going to get ChatGPT to read it. Yeah, you're on Zoom there.
I would get a whole week long.
Yeah, because I was in instance. Yeah.
Something else.
Okay. There's no waiver. And say your name, you spell it for us. Yeah, okay, and so the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've shared the Mentimeter response for that question.
Perfect. Thank you. Right. Okay, I'm going to share the ChatGPT page. No, it's fine. They have been added, no? I think, yeah.
You didn't even right now, the AI.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
It's in the AI right now, hold on. 40, 24. Okay.
Okay, here is a draft of a Planet B proclamation synthesized from.
Sorry. Sorry.
Sure. Here is a draft of the Planet B proclamation synthesized from the powerful visions, values, and insights expressed in the Mentimeter responses and grounded in the foundational texts from climate healers. Example, there is a Planet B, Carbon Dharma, Carbon Yoga, Animal Agriculture is Immoral, the Pinky Promise, and more. Planet B proclamation. We, the people of Planet B, declare a new covenant with all life on Earth. A sacred promise born of awareness, humility, and love. We reject the destructive paradigms of domination, exploitation, and speciesism that have brought our planetary home to the brink of collapse. In their place, we embrace the following principles to guide our shared future. 1. Veganism as the moral baseline. We affirm that all sentient beings, human and non-human, possess inherent value. No being shall be used, exploited, or killed for food, fashion, entertainment, or experimentation. Animal agriculture is immoral and must be abolished to end the holocaust of innocent lives and the degradation of our planet. Ecological restoration and rewilding. We commit to healing the earth through widespread rewilding and the restoration of natural ecosystems. A plant-based veganic food system will underpin a new relationship with nature, one of stewardship, not supremacy. 3. Compassionate community infrastructure. We will create localized, self-sustaining vegan communities with guaranteed access to nutritious food, clean water, shelter, healthcare, and education. These communities will operate on cooperation, compassion, and care, not competition or profit. Number 4, universal access to truthful education. Our children will be taught critical thinking, ethical reasoning, environmental science, empathy, gardening, cooking, and holistic well-being. Education will be a tool for liberation, not indoctrination. Number 5, post-scarcity and participatory economies. We envision a post-capitalist world where abundance is shared, not hoarded. Universal basic income, shared resources, and collaborative economies will replace systems of extraction and exploitation. Number 6, spiritual awakening and interbeing. We recognize the sacred interconnectedness of all life. We reject the illusion of separation and honor the divine spark in every being. Love, reverence, and non-violence, ahimsa, will guide all our actions. Number 7, radical transparency and justice. Leadership must be accountable, ethical, and rooted in service. Truth, transparency, and restorative justice will guide our governance. Corporations that exploit life and nature will be dismantled or transformed into ethical cooperatives. Number 8, holistic health and well-being. We reclaim our health by returning to nature, removing toxic systems and supporting physical, mental, and spiritual healing. Vegan nutrition, clean air and water, and compassionate communities form the basis of true health. Number 9, Universal Declaration of Animal Rights. We declare all animals, wild or domesticated, to be sovereign beings with the right to live free from human interference. They are not our property, commodities, or food. They are our kin. Number 10, the butterfly transformation. Like the caterpillar that becomes the butterfly, humanity is undergoing a metamorphosis. Planet B is the chrysalis where our species transforms from a consumerist, exploitative force into Homo ahimsa, the compassionate guardian of Earth. Our pinky promise. To the children of today and tomorrow, we make this sacred vow. We will no longer sacrifice your future for the comforts of the present. We will embody the courage, clarity, and kindness needed to co-create a world where all beings can thrive. Let this proclamation be a spark, a blueprint, a sacred call to remember who we truly are and why we are here. There is a planet B, and we are building it now. That's what you all created. Thank you. So we can now look at this draft and see, is this okay to sign as is, or do you want any edits to be made?
Write about that, write to nature.
I can send it out to all of you in an email.
Sailesh, I put this is Allison online. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I put a note in the chat that it looks like we forgot the recognition of the rights of nature, not just animals.
Okay.
Yes, we have a reforesting Mother Earth.
Yes, reforesting, but I'm talking about the rights. I don't get the feel of the,
Okay.
yeah. Universal Declaration of Animal Rights, is that what it says? Whereas rights of nature also, I mean, that's so important.
Is that potentially because the prompt is linked to the Planet B criteria? Just if that is shared in the Mentimeter. Of course it is, but I don't know whether it's just the things that are completely aligned. So if it's slightly a little different to animal rights and nature's rights, it might not be, it may not have, so it gets limited by the prompt. We could maybe, don't know if it's worth broadening a little bit, but it's still in line with.
Could we,
Animal and nature.
I don't know, can we make it animal and nature?
Also, are the results more biased because we're doing it through the Planet B workbook?
Bill Daniels has his hand up also.
Okay.
Maybe something related to flora and fauna. Maybe that helps with nature.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have the sound. It's muted. Silence muted.
Also, Brittany has something to say.
You're muted, Silesh.
To say post-capitalist could open it up to a lot of criticism and a lot of resistance. And I personally don't believe we live in a capitalist society. I believe that we live in corporate socialism, where all these industries that are harming our planet are, for the most part, heavily subsidized by the government. So how would you feel about saying a post-consumerist, exploitive society, post-consumerist? Because if, people are whatever, making bread and selling bread or doing the kind of capitalism that happens at like a veg fest, I don't think that's what really is happening in our society. I feel like we live in a corporate socialist world, and to throw capitalism in there and say post-capitalist, I think it will just turn a lot of people off, even though I understand exactly what you're saying.
Right. So I'm writing down, include the rights of nature and earth. Please don't use post-capitalist as a term.
Post-consumerist, post-consumption, post-growth, post-endless growth, post-growth criteria kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, others may overrule me, though.
How would you like me to word it? Don't use post-capitalist.
Yeah, I'd have to hear the sentence again. It was just the only thing that popped out at me.
Okay.
Could you send us the document? I find it impossible to comment without seeing the document.
I'm happy to send it to you.
Yeah.
I mean, I can just BCC it to everyone who registered for the conference. Is that okay? So we want to read number 3 again. Compassionate community infrastructure. We will create localized, self-sustaining vegan communities with guaranteed access to nutritious food, clean water, shelter, healthcare, and education. These communities will operate on cooperation, compassion, and care, not competition or profit.
Well, I'm on this jag about listening. Now, I'd like to consider having somehow that as a practice, somehow that we all practice listening. Honing that skill or something like that. I don't know.
Right.
Because that's one of the things that's not happening in the old paradigm.
Right.
That's the end result of what we have now. So I'm just wondering if there's a way to embrace that or something is still waiting.
So by now you should have a link to all of, I think a lot of people are already on the doc now.
What she was saying, that if conflict arises, we have a compassionate way of dissolving things, or does that?
So may I suggest, when you render a comment on the document, just suggest what modification you would like to see. Okay?
Okay, very good. And then another question that came to me to ask was, what happens when we have this proclamation? What is it for? What are we going to do next with this?
Right.
That came up.
So we want to basically sign this proclamation. We are the founding parents of Planet B. Okay? We want to sign this proclamation and say we are declaring that this is where we are going. This is where the humanity is going. That we have to do this. There's no other way.
Really sorry, but can you say that one more time? Because I don't think we all caught the start, because we didn't know that you were going to say that momentous thing.
No, this proclamation we are signing as the founding parents of Planet B. So we are now editing this and agreeing on what we want to see on Planet B as the step forward for humanity to go from where we are to a world that thrives for all beings. which is absolutely essential that we have to do. You know, so at some point we have to declare we're going to do it, and then
Small groups to discuss.
sure.
My understanding is we want to actually finish this is a big ask.
I know. I mean, it's my goal. If it doesn't happen, it's okay with me too. You know. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. If there are aspects of this that you would like to change, please get together and figure out what you want to do.
Tomorrow, this will help us move forward. It's great. Thank you.
So today we are declaring where we want to be. And tomorrow we are going to talk about how we accelerate our transition from where we are to where we want to be.
Yes.
And that requires us to, implement these 7 strategies that we listed on the registration page. And we have solicited proposals and pitches for the proposals that would help us move to that world. And we have received, I think, 25 odd proposals so far. And so we will then figure out what we can support collectively that we can, push together in 6 months. That's the idea. We want some early wins. Not that none of the other pitches are not going to be worked on. They're all going to be worked on. But there are some that we are going to coordinate our actions and work on together.
And when you said we're declaring, I was so sorry I missed that, but you declared, you said, this is, what are we?
We are the founding parents of Planet B. Yes, just like they were founding parents of America, United States of America. They're founding parents of Planet B. This is momentous, right? Yeah. And you're here, folks. You'll be remembered as the Adams and the Washingtons of the 21st century.
Giving birth to Planet B.
Yes, you're giving birth to a Planet B.
Giving birth to Planet B, and we all become citizens of Planet B with the proper ID card and like start the process. As if when we die, we never take anything with us, even the body that is given to us by this nature of earth. So there is nothing to be taken back except just returning back to earth. So all our life we have to remain in this exchange. As we receive, we also give. That is the correct way of going forward for Planet B.
Yes.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Wow. Okay.
Silas, may I ask you a question?
Some guidelines for how to enter comments. Please enter them on the side and say, replace it with this or include this, whatever edit you want, please put them on the side so that we have the original still intact. And then we can discuss each comment and decide, right?
So comments as well as suggestions.
Correct, yeah. Yeah. The way we used to do this in the IEEE is that we would comment like this, and we would say, this comment I really feel strongly about, and it needs to be addressed, otherwise I won't sign. That's called technical required. Yeah? So that means you feel very strongly about it. Some you say, I'd like to suggest this. And if it doesn't happen, it's okay with me,
Already put what I suggested, so.
I didn't, someone else put it, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. But they put it as an edit, yeah. Okay.
I was going to say, I'll look at it with time. There seems to be a degree of overlap in each of the clauses that it comes on.
Right.
And I wonder whether we should prepare something that is critically evaluated just by a few people and then ask others to comment.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I feel ChatGPT has done what it does best, which is compile and sense. But I don't see a structure to say this is how person, if these are personal integrity issues or group issues, government issues or education issues. And I think the recommendations going to each different group, just one would be better, because at the moment I'm seeing some are distributed across all the
Right.
10.
Depends on how you break it up,
Yeah.
It's broken it up differently.
Yeah. Maybe you could conduct a workshop. You say, here's, in short sessions, so that we have time to think in between.
Right.
Because I think that's where the value will come. Today, we compressed a lot of things.
Right.
Anyway, it's just a suggestion. Because I was reading it and I said, what would education be about? Oh, it's kind of this and that. And they said,
Right. It's not in terms of human functions.
Yeah.
It's in terms of, it's a different way of organizing. It's like veganism as a moral baseline. So it's done differently.
I like to see where the actions will bite into each of the, what does it mean? Okay. Just like you write a proposal with aims and objectives. Objectives become the kind of work plan. So here, if the 10 principles become the working plan.
Right.
Anyway, just first thought.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. 5 or 10 minutes, or anywhere we're at in time.
Okay, to talk to me.
No, when you're gonna start survey.
Yeah, we are just editing now.
right now? Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. All right, no problem.
Yeah. No, we may not be able to get to a conclusion. But at least it will start. Yeah. Right.
Said 65 done that. Is that what you say, done that? It's over 65, so. Yeah. So that is how you can get your box.
So. That's.
Local people. You know, it's high, it's very high, very fast. I bought this stuff. Where it's water, I just see it. So I bought it, I ain't got the first on it. See, water, divided. I'm getting king for that. So I didn't like that, so I took it.
No, Victor DeMarinis, that was the president of MITRE Corp. Because he worked on the internet, and I just could see
Right.
you were involved in the early days of it.
Yeah, there were lots of people there. So
Yeah.
I knew my group, who were all doing hardware work on communications infrastructure. People are working on the software, people are working on protocols, and all kinds of things.
I guess there's a lot of different parts that were
But there are
studied.
lots and lots of parts. So we sort of broke it up into these pieces and then we worked on each one.
Because he was, I know, his part, they were laying down the original planks of the internet. But it's a huge endeavor.
Right. There are people who are laying down the fiber to connect from country to country. There are people who are laying
He
down.
was an engineer too.
It's all engineers.
Yeah.
Engineers built the whole thing. We messed it up.
That's awesome, though, that you did it. Oh.
Yeah.
Channels. So like
So do you need 5 minutes for that?
Yeah. You're involved in.
So Hital, who's here in Hital, right? Yeah. Who's here in Toronto. She took the Proclamation and put it through DeepSeek AI.
God, we just need an advance warning. Sorry.
Yeah.
I apologize. If you could just give me 1 second and yes, 1 second for all of us. Takes us a second to get rolling. Sorry.
No worries. So Hital asked DeepSeek AI to take the ChatGPT Proclamation and the Mentimeter output and refine it. And it came up with this particular version. So I'm going to read this to you and we can decide what we want to do with this. So we, the people of planet B, declare a new covenant with all life on Earth. a sacred promise born of awareness, humility, and love. We reject the destructive paradigms of domination, exploitation, and speciesism that have brought our planetary home to the brink of collapse. In their place, we embrace the following principles to guide our shared future. Number 1, veganism as the moral baseline. This is the non-negotiable foundation. It extends beyond diet to a complete philosophy of non-violence, ahimsa. No being is considered property. This principle abolishes all forms of animal exploitation, including fishing, dairy, eggs, wool, leather, hunting, zoos, and animal testing, recognizing them as violations of inherent rights. This shift is the single most impactful action for ending ecological destruction and aligning our actions with compassion. Number 2, ecological restoration and rewilding. We transition from a human-centric to an eco-centric model. This involves actively healing the wounds of the past, reforesting billions of hectares, restoring wetlands, and cleaning the oceans. Our food systems will be 100% plant-based, veganic, using permaculture principles to work with nature, not against it. The goal is to return vast tracts of land to wild nature, creating interconnected corridors for biodiversity to flourish. Number 3, compassionate community infrastructure. Our towns and cities will be designed for life, not for profit. They'll be decentralized, self-reliant, and fully vegan. Infrastructure guarantees universal access to nourishing plant-based food, clean water, natural shelter, empathetic healthcare, and lifelong education. The design ethos prioritizes green spaces, communal areas, and resource-sharing hubs, fostering interdependence and eliminating scarcity. Universal access to truthful education. Number 4. Education is liberation from indoctrination. Curricula will be rooted in critical thinking, ecological literacy, and empathy training. Children will learn practical life skills like organic gardening, plant-based cooking, and conflict resolution. The goal is to cultivate ethical, ecologically aware citizens who understand their role within the web of life. Number 5, post-scarcity and participatory economies. We replace the growth at all costs capitalist model with a resource-based economy that operates in harmony with planetary boundaries. With automation and collaborative production, we can create abundance for all. Concepts like universal basic income, tool libraries, and open source technology ensure the needs are met without overconsumption. The economy serves life, not the other way around. Number 6, spiritual awakening and interbeing. We acknowledge the separation is an illusion. The well-being of the river, the forest, the animal, and the human is one and the same. This principle of interbeing becomes our spiritual compass. Daily life is infused with reverence, gratitude, and a commitment to nonviolence, recognizing the divine spark in every leaf, every insect, and every person. Number 7, radical transparency and justice. Governance is a service, not a position of power. Decision-making is participatory and transparent, with leaders held to the highest ethical standards. We employ restorative justice, focusing on healing and rehabilitation rather than punishment. Exploitative corporations are dismantled and their assets are repurposed for community-owned cooperatives that benefit the whole. Number 8, holistic health and well-being. Health is redefined as a state of complete physical, mental, and social harmony. A whole food plant-based diet forms the foundation. Our systems eliminate environmental toxins and stress-inducing structures. Healthcare integrates preventive medicine, mental health support, and spiritual care, recognizing that a healthy individual is a reflection of a healthy community and a healthy planet. Number 9, Universal Declaration of Animal Rights. This is a formal legal declaration that enshrines the sovereignty of all animals. They are granted the right to life, liberty, and natural autonomy. They are not resources, but kin. Existing domesticated animals are cared for in sanctuaries, and wild animals are left to live their lives free from human interference, with their habitats protected and expanded. Number 10, the butterfly transformation. This symbolizes our conscious evolution. The caterpillar, Homo sapiens, a consumerist entity, must undergo a metamorphosis to survive. Planet B is the chrysalis, where we transform into Homo ahimsa, the non-violent human. This new human is defined by empathy, guardianship, and the understanding that our true wealth is the health of our planetary community. Our pinky promise. To the children of all beings of today and tomorrow, we make this sacred vow. We will no longer sacrifice your future for the comforts of the present. We will embody the courage, clarity, and kindness needed to co-create a world where all beings can thrive. Let this proclamation be a spark, a blueprint, a sacred call to remember who we truly are and why we are here. There is a planet B, and we are building it now. Suggestion for enhancement. Consider adding a 11th principle to address the circle of giving and receiving, or circularity and sacred reciprocity. Number 11, the law of sacred reciprocity. For every resource we take, we must give back in equal or greater measure. Our entire material economy will be a closed-loop, zero-waste system. We will compost all organic matter, redesign all products for disassembly and reuse, and actively regenerate the soils, water, and air. We take only what we need and give everything back, completing the circle of life in gratitude. This edition explicitly embeds the give everything back to nature ideal from your original vision into the formal structure of the proclamation. Thank you, Hital. So if we all think it's an improvement over ChatGPT, we can begin with this. And of course, my original thought was we're going to complete the proclamation by today, but I don't think it's going to happen. Let's put it together in a document and then let's work on it, because this is serious and we have to basically agree to what we are signing on to. So I'm going to put this in a document and we can work from there and send you the link to that.
And Sailesh, there's been quite a bit of editing going on in the previous version.
It's really shaping out to be a nice document. Yes.
Thank you. Yeah.
There's one more version of it by Sai Praneeth. He used Claude AI to build the proclamation using Mentimeter and Planet B. I've put it in the chat.
I'm going to communicate with Rebecca to let her know we're trying to share with her.
Yeah.
You can always do some additions and declare another date, saying that that's the date on this date, now this version. And everyone will refer to the latest version. But you must declare it.
Okay.
It's a commitment.
The consensus is there a consensus around declaring it today and then refining it as we go along?
Did you have a vote? Because how would you do consensus here and also online?
Yeah.
We are not perfect right from the beginning. It's okay.
Yeah.
But polishing, and as we move along, we always make it better.
The devil's in the details.
It's in the draft, first draft.
Yeah. As on 1st November, what we can do?
Yes.
So we have a version that as of 1st November, we agree, and we can refine it as we go along as we. Is that okay with everyone online?
Yes, it looks good as is.
Right?
We got people online that put their hands raised also that want to speak.
Okay.
And we want to include everybody because this is inclusive for all the.
Right. So we can increase the volume and I'll turn off my microphone.
We had just a few minutes before we leave.
So Silesh, let me just say a couple of words. I hear an echo, so maybe I have to wait.
You're muted.
Yes, we're not hearing you.
Can you
Dr.
remove
Rao.
my spotlight?
Yes, Okay, so there's some comments here in the chat that haven't been heard, and one is that we've been seeing quite a bit of editing going on in the previous document, which we want to avoid in this one. Secondly, there has been another document generated, and I'd like Amit to say a word about that.
Yes, I Pranit share one more copy using Claude AI. So I read through that, and it's a good version as well. Yeah. Oh, you're muted. We can't hear you. But I believe everyone says that we should launch one version today and then have multiple revisions later on in future. I think today the date is good. On the 1st of November, World Vegan Day. We could launch it today.
Right. Okay. Would you like me to read the Claude AI version?
If you share the screen, it'll be easier.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
In the chat.
Come over and have some delicious vegan food, because he knows this place. And I'd like to introduce you to Jim Sands.
Was born on World Vegan Day.
Well, to get to places by public transit. I can get you there. No problem.
He knows the way,
I know the transit.
but he's gonna be leaving in a minute, so I wanted to let y'all know before we read the file.
Without the elevator, you're gonna be stuck here and sleep to your, the rest of the day.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jim. Happy birthday to you. 84. I think right now we are proclaiming where we need to be, and then we have to design systems around that goal. See, right now we have created systems that are all about extraction. So this is why I pointed out that the economic system is driven by the currency mechanism, which is all about extraction. It's a game we are playing. And that makes us accentuate the negative within us. You need to create a system in which you are accentuating the positive within us. That's all we are trying to do with this new currency architecture. Right? So that doesn't mean that there will be no destruction done by human beings. It means that it will become less and less over time, because we fundamentally tell stories and we play games. That's how we coordinate our actions among millions and billions of us. And so long as the game we are playing is all about one-upmanship, who wins over whom, which is what we're going to see today also, right? It's competition. It's always about competition. And that's in the game of money. It's built in. Because if you do not return the loan, you're going to be a pauper. You're going to go hungry. And you're going to be killed. Literally 9 million people are dying of hunger today, every year. That's the game you're playing. As long as we play that game, we are going to enhance the negative within us. So I want us to give a chance to human beings playing the right game. Yeah? And that's what we are trying to do with this proclamation. So we want to switch to a different game in which we are enhancing the positive within human beings. Shankar? Yeah.
Yeah. So just a thought. So for now, we can, with the same AI, we can combine this all into one document. Then we can make it as a one-pager just for the appeal purposes. Then we can have another illustrated or descriptive version for more interpretation and more. Definitely, even a paragraph will not answer the question in the interpretation sense, but that we can have it as a abridged version or a descriptive version. But for now, just to present, like somewhere to share it so that it registers like a one-pager, the points.
Were you all after that too, a one page or just start and then details?
Yeah.
Shankar, would you like to create that?
Sure. The same AI we can consolidate. We still have to agree on the words and this thing. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm going to post the DeepSeek version also, because I think everyone agrees it's a better version than what ChatGPT came up with. I realize people have been editing the other one, but this is a...
Because if we bring it as one pager, now we can all agree quickly, or else it's like a more to read and more to come to a same page. Still don't have one page to come to a same page.
Like, just say like 500 words or 400 words.
Yeah, we could ask them to do it in 500 or 400
Any
words.
disagreement on that here in the live audience? Nothing.
Yeah. Krishna?
Maybe what we can do. Topic and later description on each topic.
Just a suggestion. I guess the framework, the framework remains, and with Shankar, as he mentioned, the details, they could just slot into the structure, because it's a technical framework. So it would, I think, kind of feel heard. Just an idea, if those details are then fitted into the structure, because the principles we all agree with anyway. Of course, we live it, but the specific details would be nice to fit that into the certain structures that are already there. So maybe if the prompt could somehow structure it as we have, but include those other bits that are slightly nuanced, slightly different, and not mentioned in those same terminologies, to be kind of listed or pointed into under those structural, under the headings of the structure. I think that would feel like everyone's heard. That's just and then there's not much revision to do, because we all are living the same. We live it. We're already committed to this anyway. What we've put in the proclamation, what is put out, we already live it. It's just the expectation of the little nuances to be in there too. I think that's my take on it. That's all. So I think, with what Shankar was saying, it'd be quite straightforward, maybe.
So I've asked Shankar to prepare that one pager and send it to me. Okay. But I'll put this DeepSeek version in a doc so that you can take a look at it too.
We have a question from Nancy. Nancy, do you want to go ahead?
Thank you. Yes, maybe not in this edition, but in some edition, I would propose that we add We welcome and open any group, organization, or individual who agrees with these proposals to join us in working towards them, or for them, or in supporting them. Just a thought.
People clapped for that, Nancy.
Yeah, I just think it's so important that we include people who are basically on the same page and then get it, even from this proposal, somehow get what veganism really means in totality. Thank you.
And Sai has his hand up. Can he go ahead and come on screen?
Yes. Hi. First of all, happy World Vegan Day and happy World Vegan Month to everyone. I was just wondering that is this proclamation going to be in some way related to the standard which Dr. Rao was mentioning, which will be submitted to IEEE? And as a follow-up, I had a question in the past, like regarding this. Like, as one at first, it felt like a good thing that IEEE is open to a standard, but how is IEEE anyway related to nature and ecology? It's like electronics related organization, right? That's one. And also Planetary Health Alliance. Is it how credible is the organization? Are they vegan and all that? Like, and isn't it better to have a standard with Planetary Health Alliance rather than IEEE?
Good questions. IEEE has a Society on Social Ethics, Social Justice and Ethics, something like that. Or social use of technology, something like that. So that's let me, in fact, I can find the exact terminology. And that's the organization under which this standard will be done. And the IEEE participates in the Planetary Health Alliance. Planetary Health Alliance has over 500 organizations that participate in it, including Greenpeace and a whole bunch of others. We All, Well-being Economy for All. And so anyway, and it is, in that sense, it has grown very fast. I think it was started just 2 years ago, but it's grown really fast. And ClimateAction is a member of the Planetary Health Alliance. So if Planetary Health Alliance journal on the special issue publishes the paper, it is going to be recognized by the academics, okay? Especially because it's in the MDPI journal, which is the Multidisciplinary Digital, what is it? Yeah, something institute, Publication Institute. Yeah, Multidisciplinary Digital Publication Institute. They have a number of journals and they are all fairly well rated. Okay. So the standard, this proclamation is not going to be part of the standard. The standard is nitty-gritty stuff, where you talk about interoperability and the minimum specifications for interoperability. So which means that the minimum things that you need to do in order to be Planet B compliant. That's what we'll be focusing on. And that again will get lots of input from lots of academics and lots of professionals. And this is how you create a standard that's robust for everyone, because some people will find things that you wouldn't have thought of, And so this is how we got the best of everyone to create a standard that was robust for the internets. So it's the same process, and the fact that they're interested in it is already a good sign,
I just think that.
Yeah.
Just think that someday, this will become the foundation, the standard for all those organizations.
Correct.
Whatever action they may take, they will refer back to this one, whether it follows those whatever principles we
Correct.
written.
Correct.
Because we are writing universal principles, something that will remain, we call it as Sanatan or eternal,
Right.
true, sustainable reference point. So each of them also can get aligned and refer to this
Yeah.
as a document.
That's the goal of the document we are writing. Go ahead, Bruce.
So the proclamation is at 40,000 feet, very high, aspirational. We're here with the plant-based treaty. So I think we need a companion document that has some actions that would lead towards
Correct. That's what we are doing tomorrow.
proclamation being
Yeah.
achieved. And I would love to see endorsement of the plant-based treaty, because they have 40 things that they would like to see, action items. And it would be wonderful if the Planetary Health Alliance, all those 500 organizations out there, endorse the plant-based treaty.
Yeah.
To get on the path
Right.
to achieving this aspirational proclamation.
Correct. I agree with you. That's a great goal to have. That could be one of the things that we try to do.
That's why we're here in Toronto.
Right. Yeah. That's a great goal to have, and that's something that we could try to implement, as one of the proposals tomorrow. We want to get everyone in the Planetary Health Alliance to sign the plant-based treaty. Right? Yeah. Yeah, please
Coming
come.
up, great.
Yeah, the microphone is here for the people online.
Now go stand by him.
Online people are.
Okay, thanks for that comment, Bruce. The plant-based treaty, it's focuses on governments as like major actors, and it's not as comprehensive as what you're trying to do, which is like a currency. It's one part of what we need to do, because the call to action for the plant-based treaty is a global treaty. And it's also city action. It has those two sort of visions: city and local institutional actions, and a global treaty. But what you're trying to do is much broader. It's like, and it's very much centered on non-exploitation of animals.
Right.
As being the absolute key to getting to a livable world,
Right.
and a just and safe world. So I think that the plant-based treaty offers part of some of the solution, but what you're doing is much broader. So yes, that's what I want to say.
Thanks, Anita.
Just one more comment.
Yes.
I'm always wary about using these absolute words like like non-violence or non-exploitation and so on. Because when we really scrutinize that, it becomes very, very difficult to achieve. It's one of those unachievable things.
Right.
And I think perhaps we need to make it more practice and practically oriented wording that still says the same thing that we can do,
Right.
but not necessarily go into the words that that are impossible to achieve.
Yeah, the comment from Dr. Prabodh is that rather than using non-violence or non-exploitation, we need to use terms like minimize violence and minimize exploitation of animals. And so terms like that. No?
I think minimize won't be good, because minimum for one is minimum.
There you go.
The same for another.
Right.
I like the non is very specific.
Right.
But I think we need something which is close to that, but not use of the word non. For instance, with non-violence, I often tend to use non-violation of one's duty, for instance, because non-violence, we walk on grass, we kill so many insects and so on. So we can't live by what is non-violence. So I think whenever we use non-violence, I often have conversations with you about this, but I think we need something which is much more acceptable and doable in principle as well.
That can come in the second part of implementation. We all understand that absolute ahimsa is not possible.
So why use the word?
But we still use the word. He said to convey the universal principle. As much as you can practice, it's okay, but you start your journey. In Jainism, they say, man, vachan and kaya. In your thinking, in your speech, in your actions also you practice ahimsa. But it's not possible, right?
I agree with that, and I've actually read a lot into that. But what it is I like to use the word things like human excellence. We do as much as we possibly can, and that's a limit. But when we put together certain words, which I've often tried to look at the definition of ahimsa. Himsa is violence, but ahimsa may mean not really the extreme of the word. There are little nuances that I think certain teachers bring out, but when we interpret that in English, none means nothing, not whatsoever, and that becomes non-achievable. And so I think we need to be a little bit careful with the actual words we use, especially in declarations like this, because if it's not achievable, it may as well not be there. It's a bit like God. God is different things to different people, and achieving Godhood means different things to different people, but it's there in principle in so many different spirituality, yet they interpret differently. And I think what we need to get away from is this idea of different interpretation. We need to get to one document that will be accepted.
Anita?
So, the online people can't hear you, so if you go up to where
Yeah.
the ground is, then the online people can hear as well.
Are you all able to hear what Dr. Prabodh was saying?
Yeah.
No, not much?
We were able to hear.
Yeah.
Fire also has
What I
his
was
hand
saying is that at this stage, when we are beginning to put together a document that we hope will actually be used not only by us, but will be acceptable by so many different organizations, let's be careful and use the words which are in principle achievable. So things like non-exploitation of animals. What does it mean when we have pets, for instance? Do we exploit the animals in that sense or not? So I think I'd like us to be very careful with the use of the words non in some of our expressions and statements, like non-violence, for instance. So that was my main comment. Let's take our time and make sure that it is acceptable and inspirational as well at the same time.
We gather now with plans in mind to spark the shift, to move aligned. With hearts on fire and visions free, we're building now our planet B. Let's get behind this dream, unfurled a vegan vibe, a kinder world. With compassion strong, we'll help her recover our beautiful earth, our one true mother. 3 words we give our strategy: redirect, relinquish, a new way to be. Restore our humanity, and all will live in harmony. When kindness leads, vegan love breeds. The change we want, the world we need. Together we rise, together we see a thriving life on planet B. needs, the change we want, the world we need. Together we rise, together we see a thriving life on Planet B.